Hi, my name is Jeannie, and I'm here to share my story about my daughter, Allie, who had been very sick. She was at that time 11 years old, and her stomach had hurt her all the time. It was July, summertime. She was a little lethargic, and she was laying on the couch, not feeling well. She had headaches all the time. She would get dizzy. She actually would pass out. A couple of times she passed out when we were out, in the community, and she would get headaches all the time. She just wasn't feeling good, and she was laying on the couch one day, and we had seen several doctors to find out what was wrong with her, and she was laying on the couch, and she was just very lethargic and gray looking, and I took her back to her doctor that we had established. And I said, what's wrong with her? And they said, oh, she has a sinus infection, but we're really not sure. And I said, well, we've been here 8 times in 10 months, so I need to know what is wrong with her, because they kept giving her the same medication, the same drugs that were going into her system. And I realized at that point her system couldn't digest all of that. And I was very concerned because she was going through her preteen years. So they said, well, we really don't know what's wrong with her, but here, take these 3 medications, and then if this doesn't work, you'll have to go to Children's Hospital. Wow. I mean, what words to say to a mother and a daughter. We walked out of Baylor facility that day, and I told my daughter, they're fired. And Allie was like, well, why are they fired, Mom? And I said, because they didn't answer my question, and they're just trying to pump chemicals into your system to see if that will help you, but they don't really know what's wrong with you. So I found another pediatrician who's an MD, and her name was Dr. Bain, and I took Allie to Dr. Bain, and we did several tests. We did several allergy tests to see if it was allergies. We did independent tests, and in the meantime, we were trying to get her to feel better, to get her stomach to stop hurting. I'd taken Allie to a holistic doctor as well and tried different types of herbs. And that seemed to work a little bit, but he put her on such a strict diet of nothing but protein, which I found out in the long run was not healthy for her either, because it didn't give her the balance that she needed. They had her on no fruit, nothing sweet. It was just pretty much meat and nuts, which they said that was a horrible diet for a child. Allie was still dizzy. She was still stomach aches and pains. She was having a hard time going to school. She had something on her scalp that was a very unique looking, I didn't even know what it was actually, and I asked Baylor about it. I said, what is this in her scalp? And they said, oh, we don't know, just buy some Tegrin and this should go away. So there were no answers. They were just guessing what was wrong with Allie. And so when I met Dr. Bain, she started going through some more thorough tests, and then she suggested at some point that we bring her to Dr. Chalmers Wellness Center. And she said, I told her that Baylor said that if these chemicals didn't work or these medications didn't work, she'd have to go to Children's Hospital. And I didn't want Allie to have to go to Children's Hospital to be an experiment. Sorry. So I brought her over to Dr. Chalmers, and I asked if he could help her. And he said, well, let me see what I can do. And he ran his test, and I said, if you could help her, whatever he could do, I'd be very grateful, because 4 other doctors couldn't help her. And I said that if he helped her, I would share my story. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm sharing my story, my daughter's story actually, and to also let you all know, Allie had been on medication for 6 years straight for sinus infections and coughs and strep throats. And she had done that for about 6 years straight. And so at that point, I just said no more medication. And we met Dr. Chalmers, and he put her on a program that he had. And within 3 months, that we brought her in August, right before school started, because she relapsed again. And her stomach started hurting, and she started getting dizzy, and she passed out of church. And so we brought her in and saw Dr. Chalmers and put her on a program that I had to have faith that was what we needed to do. And by Christmas time, actually Thanksgiving, she was actually better she started having a lot more energy and getting up, and she wasn't waking up in a fog. She was showing signs of improvement. It's been 18 months now. Allie was on the regimen for, it was a strict regimen for quite a while, for like I said, like 3 months. And then the regimen got cut way back, and so now it's been 18 months since we originally saw Dr. Chalmers, and Allie did not get strep throat, does not have any sinus problems. She hasn't been on any meds or medication or chemicals in 18 months, and that's the first time in six years of her life. She's doing very well. She doesn't get dizzy, she doesn't pass out anymore, her stomach doesn't hurt her. She's vibrant, and she's back to the child that she once was. I share this story because I felt that if we went down this journey, and we were given this journey, and we could help one person not go through what we had to go through, then that's what I would do. I'm very, very thankful and grateful for Dr. Chalmers and his alternative way of healing the body. And I absolutely believe with all my heart we've done the right thing for our daughter. And she didn't have any invasive testing that was done, or anything unnecessary to her, and at a young age. So I'm very grateful for that as well. Again, Dr. Chalmers, thank you so much for all that you do. If you need anyone to ever talk to me, I'll be more than happy to talk to others as well, because I so believe in your alternative to the chemicals and that the medical society has, that they encourage us to do. And I think that there's good things in MDs and doctors and some of the chemicals and the medications, but I also know that there's great things in alternative medicine as well. And I know that because my daughter is proof of that. And I thank you.